Hello, my name is Sebbi, and welcome back to the coffee break in Minecraft. Today is Sunday, March 1st, 2020. I am a little bit concerned about all those creepers that surround us, so let's just break down camp and move on in this direction towards two creepers. Alrighty then, let's better diffuse them before they cause us... Ooh dear, hi. Hello Enderman. Before they cause us some problems. Right, second creeper has been diffused. Very nice. I think we are safe. We can move on. We can move on to explore the last few bits of the last map, of the last super large overview map I like to put to display in the yet to be built museum. So that's cool. I'm quite sure we can finish the last map today and then start the journey back home so that we can start to work on the just mentioned museum. This should be cool. This should be interesting and exciting, especially since it's been such a long time. It's really been a long time since I last built something in Minecraft. So I guess this will be cool. It will be also a little bit confusing because right now I'm just used to walk and talk while walking, so that's not causing such a high cognitive load in comparison to really think about a specific build and how I can assemble and design and create a museum that looks really interesting and spectacular. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited how this will pan out and how long it will take us to get at least the foundation ready, because I know myself. I always get stuck in talking about topics and discussing things without making any progress, or vice versa. I'm making progress, but then I constantly get stuck with my stories and with the things I like to discuss and start to repeat myself, or I even forget about the things I just said, and in the end, yeah, I'm repeating myself, or I never make a point. I'm just talking without ever really coming to a closure or so. So yeah, be excited about the upcoming episodes. Should be exciting. And yeah, not so exciting was this weekend. Well, there were a few interesting things, but it did not work out as initially planned. So yeah, we unfortunately had to cancel the... Ooh, this looks like a good opportunity to do a nice jump along the... Ooh, this was cool. It was really nice. Floating block of dirt. Ooh, and floating Birch Island Situation. That's cool. Neat. This place is interesting. Yeah, so there was no skiing this weekend, unfortunately, because my friend unfortunately got sick. So yeah, this was not planned. And I mean, yeah, it's just bad timing or so, bad luck. It's no one's fault or so it's just bad timing to get a cold. So I hope she will recover soon, or has recovered by now. But yeah, so no skiing. This was a little bit surprising because, well, it happened on Thursday evening, so the night before we initially wanted to launch our skiing trip. So I suddenly had a completely free weekend without any plans or so. Luckily, there were a few opportunities to fill the weekend, so the weekend in the end was good, was fine. But it was not the weekend I hoped for, I was looking forward to, so that was a little bit sad, or really sad, because, I mean, last time I was really super excited, super filled with joy about, hey, finally going skiing again. And yeah, this did not happen, unfortunately. So on Saturday, well, no, let's start with Friday. Friday, a friend then took me on her shopping trip or so, which was quite interesting because on the one hand we went to a place where I was just surprised that why is someone selling all those weird things. It was just a shop where you can get a lot of weird things for just €1. So all those weird things like colorful tape or cards with unicorns on it and other things. I mean, it was a super colorful shop, but I personally did not really get what I should get from this shop. But anyway, it was interesting because I was standing there and suddenly 2 children were approaching me, and the one was showing me a ball and how this ball bounces and so on. And she was super excited, and I was just confused because why are you telling me this, child? I'm just standing here. So apparently I must have looked like, okay, let's just talk to this random dude. And yeah, I don't know, but I found it interesting. It was nice to have this conversation, and yeah, this was funny end of this or of the week, funny Friday. My friend was just laughing that why those weird things always happen to me. I mean, is it really weird that random children approach you and tell you things they are excited about? I don't know. To me, it felt weird, but I don't do so many things with children, so I don't have a clue what they do. But anyway, this was fun. On Saturday, a few old friends were in the region, so I decided to meet them, and yeah, it was interesting to see them again. And yeah, so this was a nice, interesting evening. I was a little bit surprised because on the one hand, they did not change, but on the other hand, I wasn't really used to them anymore. So it was interesting to just getting back and reviving some of the old memories. So yeah, so this basically rescued and filled my Saturday. Today I visited a friend in Nuremberg, so this was also cool. It was a nice trip there. Instead of driving by car, I used the train because this allowed me to use the time to just continue reading a book. A friend borrowed me. I am currently doing a quick break from reading all the Harry Potter books because the friend with whom I was at the shopping Friday borrowed me a book, or, well, obviously a different book because I'm not reading about Harry Potter. And that's quite an interesting science fiction novel, especially because it's not just, well, a normal narrative in a way like, okay, you just read the text written in third person or so. I know it's a little bit like, all right, here you do have some documents where you can read some files. Here you do have a transcript of a conversation that happened. Here you do have some kind of evaluation, some kind of old data, some excerpts of some log files or so. So it's more like, okay, I'm reading more through a folder of a lot of gathered information on a specific event, and not so much of reading just how the event played out, if you get what I mean. So this is really a cool way of telling the story, and it's really an exciting story. It escalated quickly. It really escalated quickly, and it really escalated quickly while I was sitting in the train. So I was really disappointed that we already arrived at the train station. So had to stop reading, and now I'm eager to continue reading this book. So this was also interesting, but yeah. So it was a weekend. It definitely was a weekend. Not really the weekend I was looking for, but still things happened. Things happened is also a topic I want to discuss. I need to discuss. Not sure how actually this happened, why it happened, but when was it? I think on Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday. Yes, it was Wednesday. I received an email from the management of the old flat where I lived in the old town before I moved here to this town. And they found some opened boxes, some packets that were addressed to me in the basement of the building in which I'm not living since 3 years anymore. And those were recent orders, so there were some receipts and order lists that were dated midst of February 10th, February 11th, or something like that. So apparently, where I'm even not quite sure how this actually happened, someone found out my real name and ordered stuff to the old place where I lived, opened the boxes in the basement. I'm not even quite sure how this person could receive some mail that was addressed to me, but alright, for some reason this even worked out. Just think back to the story we had, when was it, last year, as I had those issues with this packet drop-off system where, well, the postal office stores packets and I get an information and I can just pick the packet up from the packet station. So because this thing is open 24/7, whereas the postal offices are just open from 9 to 6 or so during the time where I'm not available because I have to work. And they really gave me a hard time to regain access to my old account. In the end, I had to delete my old account and make a new account. So for some reason, they made it very, very difficult for me, who has access to this account, to regain access to it. Basically, I never got access again to it. But for some reason, the post office managed to deliver packets to an address where I'm no longer living and to hand it to some person that's not me. And not sure how, but That's not good. Also, it's definitely not good. It's completely bad, and I'm super, super mad and angry at this person, whoever this person is. I hope this person will jump off a bridge or in front of a train or start to play on the autobahn or do something stupid that will harm her or him. Because I'm not pleased when someone uses my identity to order things from online shops. And yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. So basically, after receiving that email, I asked the management of the building to please store the leftovers of those packets in their office. The next day, I went to the police station, talked to the officers, made them aware that something weird, bad is going on. They opened a file, so now I do have a case, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they will now do something about it, if they will ever find out that person. The next fun part is not only that they ordered things on my name. I'm now basically the officer from the police officer recommended me to get in contact with all those shops, at least those shops we identified. I'm not quite sure if they even, I mean, they possibly could have ordered even more things, which would be just great, just fantastic. But yeah, they recommended to just try to get in contact with them, inform them about the problem, and yeah, so I started doing this Thursday evening. And yeah, one shop replied to my email. One shop hasn't replied to my email yet. The third shop, I just received an email that their mailbox is full. So, yes. I mean, you know that I do have plenty of things to do. And now, doing those things, organizing, managing some stuff, since I still like to remain rather child-friendly, so please just think about some curse words, some very strong language. A person decided to use my name to order things. I now have to do all this crap and waste all my time I want to use to recover from this work, this exam season, to make sure that I'm not the one who in the end get charged for things I haven't done. And yeah, fun times indeed. It brings me back to this great episode where I was talking about this the saying, hold on, things will become better. And yeah, we just see how things have improved. Things have not improved, things have worsened. So yeah, that's fun. That's fun, right? So yeah, there's that. There's that indeed. As I said, I hope that person will jump off a bridge, will jump in front of a train, will do something that will stop its existence, because I'm mad at it. I'm really mad at this person. And yeah, I hope the police manages to find that person or whatever. I just, it's a little bit annoying lately that all the things that well, all this craziness happens. So yeah, so much about that. But anyways, the good thing is tomorrow I do have a day off. Finally, I do have a day off again, because, well, last time it did not work out because suddenly I had to work on this grant proposal instead of having a day off. So let's find out how tomorrow works. Maybe tomorrow is really a day off or so. Maybe something else happens. I mean, I can use the time to get in contact with shops that got scammed in my name. Great. Just great. But, yeah. So, then it's also interesting. I'm not quite sure how this will play out. Certain events, certain conventions, certain gatherings of huge people, of lots of people, get closed due to this coronavirus situation. So I'm excited to find out what happens to this Atlanta situation. I mean, there are still a few weeks until I have to leave for Atlanta. I just hope that they decide if they want to do this event before I have to leave, and especially before, in the end, they decide once I'm there that, okay, we don't let anyone leave now the country or so, or we don't let people back into Europe or so. Something like that would be pretty annoying as well. So yeah, I'm not quite sure. This entire coronavirus situation, as far, I mean, I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert at all. I just try to look up some information what this coronavirus does, and if I got it right, it's basically like influenza, and well, sure, it's risky for people that are old or that are already dealing with some ongoing chronic sickness or so, but this also applies to influenza. So influenza is the reason for the death of so many people. So I'm not quite sure if this corona thing really is that much of a difference. Maybe it's just, at least it feels to me as if the media coverage once again just tries to make things more dramatic and drastic as they are, because yeah, it's just that, well, what I read from official points, there seems to be no immediate threat or so. Maybe they haven't really, maybe they are holding information back or so, I don't know. But it does not seem really as if it's the right measurements what they're doing. But maybe it's really the right measurements. I don't know. This is a real problem, because as someone who's not an expert, it's very difficult to decide whether all the measurements, all the actions they take are appropriate, or if they are just too much. Anyway, I just need to keep an eye out on news concerning the conference, so that I can not fly there before I'm getting stuck there, or I don't know. We will see. We will see what happens with this situation. So yeah, there are more things coming up, I guess. But yeah, so this is basically the end of this episode. Some good things, some sad things, some very bad things. And yeah, we will see what craziness happens until the next episode. Oh dear. Should be fun, I hope. Oh yes, yesterday, by the way, February 29th. So we leap year situation. So this is a rare thing. Sad that it's not a Sunday, because then we could have had February 29th coffee break episode. This would have been cool. We now have to wait for at least 4 years for the next chance of a leap year coffee break episode. But yeah, I just wanted to mention this random fact, and with that, I'd like to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you will be joining me next time. Until then, my name is Sebbi. See you!